Hey everybody, how are you? It's Lee Temple, actually from The Walking Dead, Adam Banjo from The Devil's Rejects, and many other movies, and all things horror, actually. So hopefully this is coming in loud and clear. I'm here for Streamily, Streamily.com, and I'm not sure if it works horizontal. You know, when we film auditions, they always want us on the landscape, but I see here that that may not be cool. But I wanted to give you a vibe. So I've got this great jack-o'-lantern, this pumpkin that was carved for me. You see Axel in the background back there, which is really great. But again, we're here for Streamily. So this is where you order a print from me and I sign it live right here and now, and then we get it sent out to you. So if you haven't ordered, I'm going to be here for like 15 minutes, essentially. But that being said, I'm going to answer several of your questions while I'm here. But first things first, I have an order here from Spanky X813. Spanky X813. That is an interesting moniker. That's an interesting namesake, Spanky X813. 813 gives me a clue of an area code. Is 813 South Florida? Is that like Sarasota, if I'm not mistaken? That would be cool. Of course, Spanky from our gang, or probably several other characters, of which I've never played a Spanky, but now I want to. And so he has ordered a Devil's Reject. Yes, he has. And that is a Banjo and Sullivan, which would be the team picture right there, our album cover. From Rob Zombie's film, The Devil's Rejects, where I played Adam Banjo, and my bandmate was Roy Sullivan, played by Jeffrey Lewis, who was fantastic. Sadly, he has passed away and left us, but his memory lives on, not just in that movie, but he did so many other great movies, one of which plays quite well, pairs well with this time of the year, is Salem's Lot, scary movie. Whoo, that'll scare you. So speaking of scary, last night I watched The Watcher. Which I think is on Netflix, and it was pretty good. And particularly good was a friend of mine, Chris McDonald. Chris is in a movie that I'm also in right now, which opened last night, which is called Rosaline. Rosaline is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, and Rosaline is on Hulu. So check out that for your comedic romance classic, and it'll retell Romeo and Juliet. It's a love story with a twist. And I make a little appearance in that. And then for a spooky movie, you can drop into Monstrous, which I have out with Christina Ricci, which is really good. It's a psychological hijack. It'll psychological tear, spin your mind a little bit. So let's get on with this signature to Spanky and do a Devil's Reject signing. And I'm going to sign this definitely to him here. To Spanky X813. All right. And I'm going to do a quote from The Devil's Rejects, which I like to sign for all my Adam Banjo signatures. And one of the really fun sayings that I had in this movie, it's a little bit long, but it is so worth it, I think. You know, The Devil's Rejects is a perfect movie for all occasions, not just the Halloween season, but it's just kind of a perfect movie. We caught lightning in a bottle, and I'm really proud to be part of that cast and crew. And I think Rob Zombie did a great job putting that cast together and orchestrating a perfect movie. What do y'all think about that? I really learned a lot about the horror genre in this movie through the work of Bill Moseley, Sid Haig, someone else who's passed, and Ken Foray, as well as William Forsythe and Jeffrey Lewis. And they just had this really interesting impending invasion of your space where they kept leaning into your personal space and you were freaked out, and it shows up on camera. But let's get back to the signature to Spanky X813. They ain't nothing but a bunch of local cousin fuckers cornholing the livestock. Fuck me running Adam Banjo. There you go, Spanky. That is some good old colloquial country wisdom for you. So that's one we have done. And let's see if we have anyone else. Now, again, it's 10:08, so I'm going to be here till about 10:15. So if you want to get your order in, pop that in, man. And let's see if we have any questions or comments. And I'm going to spin this just a little bit. And let's see who is hanging out. Hey, Lopez Kreiner has joined. Official Rob Fury started following me. Oh, that's right. So this is a new Instagram account. I had been on Instagram years ago, but I bailed, or they bailed on me. And thank you, Rob Fury. You told me, in fact, that my camera is sideways. Correct. We got it right. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Fury. I appreciate that, Official Rob Fury. And thanks for following me. So I'm building up a new fan base and following here on Instagram. And Laura Doopstat has joined in. She gives a little bit of a hello. Oh, I'm waving. I'll wave to everybody. That's super cool. We just did a signature on the Devil's Rejects for Spanky X813. He's super cool, and he'll get his picture sent out first thing. Back to the Devil's Rejects. Rob Zombie, who's fantastic this time of year in the horror genre. Does such a great job of telling story, but also scaring the pants off us. And he also has a movie out right now called The Munsters, based on our childhood show that we all grew up with and loved. And so I'm excited for him and the cast of The Munsters, because it's so much fun. So, and also it's not too harsh. It is it's very family friendly. So if you got a youngster, if you got a Lil that you want to drop into a little Halloween time, it's a lot of fun. It's great to look at. Jeffrey Daniel Phillips playing Herman Munster, Sherry Moon Zombie playing Lillian, and Daniel Roebuck playing Grandpa are perfect. And they do such a great job. So drop into that. We've got how many minutes? Oh my gosh. We've only got like 5 more minutes here on Instagram. So live, and I'm not sure that I'm seeing any other orders coming in, but let me check one more time. There's a bunch of folks here. Rob Fury, how was it being in Devil's Rejects? It was great, dude. It was so perfect. it was just such a great experience. I learned so much. I hadn't worked in the horror genre before, so I understood what it requires to build that tension. And so it was such a good experience, Rob, and it was really special. I think it was all the characters had story arcs, so we were able to kind of follow and connect with all the characters, and that's important in a film or a television show in this sense. So great experience, great film, no doubt. For those of you who haven't dropped into Devil's Rejects, that's perfect. It's the sequel then to House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob's first effort. By the way, good morning and a good cup of joe to you. I've got a Starbucks mug of Manhattan, New York. And here in Los Angeles, we got a little rain going on. We got some yard work with some chainsaws going on. It feels like Halloween, which is also a movie that I did for Rob Zombie. His first Halloween, which was a pretty specific remake for Mr. Carpenter's movie. And I am not seeing any Halloween photos here, but I can get you one for sure. And that was also a lot of work. The thing about Rob Zombie is he knows what he wants, and he wants what he knows. So I really appreciate that as a director, somebody that does so much performance himself on stage. He knows what it requires to get a performance. So that is beautiful. What else? Who else we got? Thanks. That's a good question. That's cool. I love Devil's Rejects. It's a great sequel. And then, of course, the 3 from Hell comes out to put a button on it. Most recently, House was crazy. Rob, you're right, but Devils felt more like a solid film and story. Yep. And I agree with you. He has evolved as an artist and a storyteller, and that's all you can ask for. That's super cool. Again, I think a nice movie, if you can find it out there, which I know you can, is it is Monstrous with Christina Ricci, and I believe that is out there on Amazon Prime. And that's pretty good. Got 2 Westerns out. One is Murder at Yellowstone City, kind of an Angela Lansbury, who's just passed away, God rest her soul, sort of a whodunit in the Old West in a small town. And then another Western, which is out right now, called Corsicana, which is the Bass Reeves story. Bass Reeves was the first black U.S. Marshal who rode by himself, so he's the original Lone Ranger. In fact, the comic book was based on him, and it's a pretty good chase western where I am scurrilous outlaw. So those are some films for you to check out. And of course, I think Rosaline, which is out right now, just opened yesterday on Hulu, is so much fun. So have a look. All right, well, I'm gonna be here for another 2 minutes. 2-minute drill. Now we've got 2-minute pitch. And so if anybody wants to drop in and get a signed picture, it's streamily.com/Lou Temple or /Lou Temple. I'm not sure which. I should know that. But it's in my bio up here. Link to the bio, as they say. All right. So good. I'm happy this season is upon us. We're October. I'm a huge baseball fan. For anybody that's a baseball fan, we're right in the throes of the playoffs. Let's see. Rob, wow, never heard of that film. That's awesome. Yep. You ever thought of doing voiceover? Because you have that twang that totally stands out. I do some voiceover. Sometimes, I'm going to try to see if you could see that poster right there is Rango. So I did Mr. Fergus down at the general store on Rango. And you may remember with Johnny Depp and the Lizard. He was a lizard. We won an Oscar for that film. Wasn't me, Beans, and Mr. Mermaid down at the bank. He took all the water. And then sometimes I'll do some voice dubbing for all right, Mr. Matthew McConaughey, and drop into that. So yeah, that's pretty good. All right, y'all. Well, it looks like this has done really well. I'm so grateful for y'all to be here. Let's see, we got a couple other folks. Yeah, my niece loves Rango. Yeah, Rango's perfect. Rango, we won an Oscar, and it's a great movie, and it's such a movie for both children and adults. So I'm really happy for that one. And if you get a chance, check it out, because it'll be lots of fun, lots of fun. I think I have a movie out called Spirit Away, about the horse, and I do a couple voices in that. But yeah, maybe the voice thing is maybe I need to push that a little bit more. So all right, y'all, I appreciate you. I might say adieu and adios, and I'll see you out on the trail. And thanks so much for dropping in. And I'll do more of this, maybe just some lives on some things, and see who wants to visit. But thanks so much. Tell your friends, drop over to follow Lou Temple Actor. And if you do want a picture, you can still find me at Streamily or someplace, and I'll get you sorted, as they say over in the UK. All right? Good on you. Adios.